Something magnificent has just cracked open in the heavens. The air itself feels lighter, quicker, almost electric, as if reality has remembered its purpose. You can sense it in your body before your mind names it. Mercury, the messenger of movement and alignment, has entered Sagittarius, and with that entrance, a new cosmic frequency begins pulsing through the collective field. It's not subtle, it's liberation disguised as acceleration. This shift doesn't whisper, it roars in golden fire through your intuition, demanding that you stop shrinking to fit the older vibration you once called normal. Everything that was delayed begins to unfreeze. Conversations long overdue start finding you. Answers hidden inside confusion rise to the surface, like light bursting through cracks in a mirror. For months, you have been running in energetic circles, questioning what's next, sensing that destiny is just outside reach. This is that reach. This is the expansion point. Mercury in Sagittarius turns the key in the lock of your old identity. You will notice people reappearing, new offers arriving, plans reshaping overnight. Don't resist the redirection. It is divine architecture in motion. The universe is drafting new coordinates for your path. Words become spells now. Whatever you declare out loud carries far more charge than before. Say nothing carelessly. Every sentence builds or dissolves a version of your future. When Mercury moves through Sagittarius, truth is the only language the cosmos hears. Lies collapse instantly. Authenticity multiplies in ways you cannot measure. You might feel restless or strangely awake at odd hours. That's the cosmic data stream coming online within you. The mind expands to fit the new light codes. The heart translates them into faith. This is why you've been sensing the pressure, because your old mental framework cannot contain the size of what your soul is now downloading. You are stepping into a broader timeline where possibilities stretch beyond logic. The laws you thought were fixed bend to the vibration of belief. Synchronicities will accelerate until they no longer shock you. They'll feel like the new rhythm of reality. And somewhere within that rhythm, your next identity, your higher timeline self, waits to be embodied. The universe is asking only one thing of you. Stop doubting the speed at which miracles can manifest. Before we dive deeper, pause. Feel how your body reacts to these words. That tingling across your skin, that subtle rise in heartbeat. That's alignment. That's confirmation that you were meant to hear this message today. Stay until the end of this transmission, because throughout it, we will align your frequency to this new Mercury current. Comment your warmest wishes, the number 99 for divine completion, and 777 for sacred alignment. Subscribe not as a routine click, but as a declaration that you are part of this global awakening wave. Each interaction becomes energy. Each word you send returns multiplied. This is how chosen souls anchor a collective shift, by engaging, believing, and releasing light into the digital ether. Now breathe. The real unveiling begins. Every limitation that kept you repeating the same emotional loop is dissolving. Mercury doesn't just bring messages, it brings movement, and movement means momentum. For some, this transit will feel like chaos. For the awakened, it will feel like breakthrough, disguised as surprise. You'll notice sudden decisions, relocations, resignations, revelations. Trust them. Sagittarius rules vision, faith, expansion. It doesn't tolerate small thinking or half-truths. If something in your life cannot stretch to match your destiny, it will snap, and that is grace, not loss. You are being positioned for an era of unfiltered truth and fast-track blessings. What you say, believe, and visualize in these days will shape the entire 2026 timeline. So speak boldly, think broadly, and let your spirit run beyond boundaries. The new timeline has already begun, and your name is written in its first sentence. The air has changed frequency, and you can feel it in your breath. There's an invisible clarity rising through the fog of your recent confusion. Mercury in Sagittarius is not here to negotiate, it's here to accelerate. This is the part of the journey where understanding becomes lightning, fast, luminous, undeniable. Thoughts you once doubted begin to click into perfect geometry, forming patterns that make sense only in hindsight. Every fragment of your past, the delays, the detours, the doubts, was never random. It was divine timing, waiting for Mercury to open the cosmic runway so your truth could finally take off. You are not being rushed, you are being released. Look closely at what is rearranging itself around you. People are revealing their true alignment. Some stay, others fade. Opportunities that once required begging now arrive effortlessly. You are stepping into an age of effortless manifestation because Sagittarius doesn't manifest through struggle. It manifests through belief. This shift will test one thing only: your willingness to expand beyond the limits of the rational mind. The universe has been rehearsing this moment with you for years. All those times you sensed something big is coming, but couldn't name it. This is it. The gateway is open, and your words are the codes. Speak not from fear, but from faith. Every time you speak faith, reality bends to accommodate it. You may notice that life begins moving faster now, but not chaotically, precisely. Schedules shift. Messages arrive seconds before you need them. Old plans dissolve to make space for miracles. Mercury is not just communication, it's divine orchestration. Every signal, every phone call, every encounter carries meaning now. Pay attention to repetition, to symbols that keep reappearing. Feathers, numbers, names, phrases. These are not coincidences, they're coordinates from your higher self. The mind expands under Sagittarius fire, pushing you to connect the earthly with the eternal. This is the new form of intelligence, intuition in motion. Logic was the first language of the past timeline. Intuition is the first language of this new one. There's a moment right before full expansion when the universe asks, "Do you still want what you asked for?" This is that moment. Because Mercury's light in Sagittarius is so bright, it will expose every fear that could sabotage your expansion. You will see your own hesitation, your self-doubt, your patterns of waiting, and you will be invited to burn them. Sagittarius is ruled by fire, and Mercury now carries that flame into your thoughts. Let it cleanse your hesitation. Let it ignite your truth. This is not the time to rehearse old pain. This is the time to translate it into wisdom. The new timeline does not tolerate hesitation. It rewards decisive souls who trust divine acceleration even when nothing makes sense. If you've been seeing 999, it's not random. It's the symbol of closure, of doors locking behind you that no longer lead to destiny. 999 means completion of the cycle that was preparing you for your higher purpose. Every past version of you, the one that overthought, the one that begged for signs, the one that doubted your worth, is no longer required in this chapter. They were necessary for survival, but not for expansion. Now, you are guided by Sagittarius truth, that your spirit is bigger than your circumstance, and that belief is a form of propulsion. You are about to discover what happens when the mind and the soul start speaking the same language. Mercury in Sagittarius doesn't just upgrade your thoughts, it upgrades your trajectory. Your reality begins responding instantly to the vibration you emit. That's why the universe feels more alive these days. It is literally echoing your frequency back to you faster than ever before. Watch what happens when you align your thoughts with gratitude and purpose. Doors appear where there were walls. The right people sense your energy and approach. The world reshapes itself around your certainty. This is how chosen ones move through new timelines, not by forcing outcomes, but by radiating conviction so strong that the universe must rearrange itself in agreement. You are not imagining this new speed. You are witnessing the future running toward you. Mercury is translating divine timing into visible momentum. What once felt delayed will now arrive all at once. Stay grounded, stay open, and remember, you're not chasing destiny anymore. You're embodying it. The shift is no longer coming. It's here, expanding through every conversation, every sudden inspiration, every decision that feels too perfect to be coincidence. This is Mercury in Sagittarius at full power. Divine communication flowing directly through your consciousness. You'll start noticing how even the simplest ideas carry prophetic weight. A single thought becomes a turning point. A conversation overheard becomes a message from beyond. The universe is speaking in fluent synchronicity now, and your awareness is the translator. Every Mercury shift rewires perception, but this one is different. It carries fire. Sagittarius doesn't analyze, it awakens. The mind that once doubted its own worth is now a divine instrument for revelation. This is why certain memories are resurfacing, not to haunt you, but to release the last layers of hesitation you carry about your own voice. Mercury wants you to speak your truth with sacred confidence. This is a cosmic graduation for your throat chakra, your ability to communicate destiny instead of defeat. Every time you silence yourself to fit comfort, you reject expansion. Every time you speak what your spirit knows, you activate divine acceleration. The question now is simple. Can you handle the speed of answered prayers? Because they're coming fast. This is the moment where energy replaces effort. Everything that once felt forced now begins to unfold naturally like a script already written. Sagittarius turns Mercury into a truth seeker, and truth seekers cannot stand still. You'll feel pulled toward experiences that mirror your higher purpose, projects, people, pathways that match the frequency of your becoming. Don't question it. Move. When the arrow of Sagittarius flies, it never returns to the bow. The universe is aligning you through momentum, not logic. The most beautiful part of this shift is how thoughts turn into reality almost instantly. You think of someone and they call. You visualize an outcome, and the next day, a path forms. This is quantum communication, the bridge between belief and manifestation. Mercury opens the portal, Sagittarius fuels it with fire, and your faith completes the circuit. But here's the hidden instruction. Only speak what you're ready to live. Every careless word is now an energetic command. Every affirmation is an architectural blueprint for your future. Speak only life. Speak only truth. The timeline you are in listens to frequency, not fear. And because this is a season of divine realignment, do not be surprised if the universe closes doors you still feel emotionally attached to. Rejection during a Mercury-Sagittarius transit is divine punctuation. It ends the sentence so a new paragraph can begin. Those connections, places, and plans that can't evolve with your vibration will simply dissolve. Let them. You cannot carry expired energy into an infinite timeline. Sagittarius expands everything it touches. If it touches fear, fear amplifies. If it touches faith, faith multiplies. You decide which current you ride. Look at how your mind feels different already. Clearer, freer, lighter. You are finally thinking in your native spiritual language again. For years, conditioning dimmed your intuitive voice. But this Mercury cycle is restoring your divine intellect. You will start receiving insights that feel like they don't even come from you. They come through you. This is divine data, higher downloads from a consciousness that sees farther than your human timeline. Write them down. Mercury favors documentation, and Sagittarius rewards bold vision. Keep a record of your revelations. In months to come, you'll look back and realize they weren't predictions. They were instructions. The sky itself mirrors this truth. Mercury racing through Sagittarius is a declaration that higher thought has returned to Earth. That's why conversations are feeling electric lately. The collective mind is waking up. The veil of confusion is thinning. People who once dismissed spiritual insight are beginning to sense patterns they can't explain. You are one of the translators of this energy. Your job is to hold the vibration of clarity, to be calm when others panic, to see destiny where others see endings, to believe even when logic cannot confirm. This is how chosen ones stabilize the frequency of an entire generation. Every word you release, from now until mid-November, carries double weight. It will echo across timelines. It will manifest faster than ever. Use it wisely. Mercury in Sagittarius is the universe's reminder that words create worlds, and your next world begins the moment you speak it into being. There's a rhythm unfolding beneath reality right now, like the hum of destiny moving faster than sound. The old timeline feels foreign, almost blurry, as if it no longer recognizes you. That's because it doesn't. The version of you that once survived on delay, doubt, and hesitation has been rewritten by this Mercury in Sagittarius acceleration. The universe is updating your coordinates in real time. Every thought becomes a frequency marker, every choice a declaration of which future you inhabit. This is the clean break between who you were and who you are becoming. If you've felt sudden surges of confidence mixed with brief waves of uncertainty, don't resist them. That's the body recalibrating to new speed. When Mercury carries Sagittarius fire, your mind can't process through logic alone. It expands through revelation. You'll start feeling ideas rather than just thinking them. You'll sense what's right before any proof appears. This is divine instinct awakening. The spiritual GPS inside you has been recalibrated to truth, not comfort. The moment you say yes to your purpose, the universe rushes to rearrange everything to meet that yes. People who are meant to cross your path will appear as if summoned. Messages that seem random will complete forgotten prayers. This is divine orchestration at quantum precision. And yet, you must remember, speed requires surrender. The universe can move only as freely as your faith allows. If you still try to control every outcome, you'll feel friction. But the moment you release the need to know how, the shift flows through you like wind through an open window. Sagittarius is the archer. It aims higher than your reasoning can reach. Let Mercury deliver those arrows of revelation into your path. You don't need to chase destiny anymore. You only need to stay in motion. The arrows know where to land. As this alignment strengthens, your relationship with time itself begins to change. The hours stretch and compress unpredictably. A single day might feel like a week of transformation. That's not exhaustion. It's multidimensional acceleration. Your soul is operating in multiple frequencies at once, testing new realities before you physically arrive. This is why certain memories or dreams feel prophetic. It's not fantasy, it's rehearsal. The future is folding into the present, and you're walking through overlapping possibilities, selecting the one that vibrates with your belief. You're learning to co-create consciously with the universe. That is the essence of this Mercury in Sagittarius shift. Divine thought manifesting through human will. The challenge is no longer external, it's internal alignment. Can you think higher thoughts while surrounded by noise? Can you maintain gratitude when the old pattern tries to reassert itself? Because the new timeline won't wait for indecision. It moves with the rhythm of conviction. Every time you reaffirm your vision instead of your worry, you accelerate the manifestation. Every time you honor your excitement Instead of your fear, you strengthen the magnetic field that pulls your miracles closer. The universe doesn't respond to need, it responds to frequency. And right now, your frequency is becoming the language of creation. This is why communication is sacred during this transit. Mercury amplifies whatever you release into the field. Gossip, complaint, self-criticism, they echo just as fast as affirmations. Be intentional with your words. They are spells written in sound. If you wouldn't want it repeated across galaxies, don't say it now. Instead, practice alignment through declaration. Speak as if your blessings are already established, because spiritually, they are. This is not positive thinking. It's prophetic authority. The chosen ones do not hope for miracles. They embody them. You'll also notice how people respond differently to your presence. Some are magnetized, others withdraw. Don't chase either. Your energy is recalibrating, and that naturally filters your environment. Those who vibrate at your new frequency will find you without effort. They will speak the same language of truth, vision, and acceleration. Together, you will create alliances that feel ancient. Soul contracts reactivated under Mercury's fire. Watch for those meetings. They are not coincidences. They are markers of destiny aligning. There's a deeper lesson hidden beneath this shift. Expansion is not always loud. Sometimes it feels like silence, like a sacred pause before the next leap. Mercury is fast, but Sagittarius is wise. It teaches that speed without direction is chaos. So even as life quickens, remain centered. Ground your faith daily. Meditate. Journal. Listen. The messages arriving now are precise but subtle. The universe whispers its greatest truths in stillness. And when you capture that whisper, when you act on it instantly, the whole fabric of reality bends to confirm you were right to believe. This is what divine timing feels like: fluid, exact, and unstoppable. The old world called it luck. The awakened call it alignment. And on this 29th of October 2025 shift, alignment is the new gravity pulling you toward your next era. Stay open. Stay awake. The timeline is already moving beneath your feet, carrying you exactly where you were always meant to be. Look how far you've come. Months of silence, uncertainty, and inner warfare have burned away in this fire of clarity. You're not the same soul who entered this year. You've crossed from endurance into embodiment. Mercury's movement through Sagittarius doesn't reward the passive, it elevates the ready. And you, chosen one, are ready. That's why doors are opening so rapidly you can barely keep count. That's why people are drawn to your energy without knowing why. Your vibration has become its own language, and the universe fluently understands it. You are no longer seeking alignment. You are alignment. But here's the divine paradox. The moment you understand your power, humility must rise beside it. True expansion doesn't shout. It glows quietly, like dawn spreading across mountains. Use your new clarity not to prove, but to guide. Mercury's light moves through communication. Your voice carries frequency. Speak encouragement. Speak life. When you remind others of their own divinity, the universe multiplies your light. This is Sagittarius wisdom. The arrow's flight means nothing if it doesn't inspire others to aim higher too. Your elevation is not a solo act. It's a broadcast to everyone connected to your destiny. It's finally here. The Mercury in Sagittarius shift. The timeline is unlocked. The future is listening. And the universe is waiting for your next command. Speak it with faith. Walk it with fire. And remember, what begins now will echo through eternity.